How Supply Chain Management Problems Killed Target Canada by Benjamin Adair. A little introduction, some of the things we're going to go over. We're going to talk about the importance of the supply chain for Target Canada, some of the problems they faced, management, organization, and technology factors. We're going to focus in on some of the technology-based problems and the management-based problems, and what should Target Canada have done differently. How important was supply chain management for Target Canada, and how did it relate to its business model? Supply chain management was pretty important to Target Canada because they use that to order their products and to fill their stores with the products. Each item had dozens of fields that needed to be entered, which a lot of them were entered wrong. Like the width would be put in the height box, or the price would be messed up, or the description. The software they used was faulty and inefficient, and uh, the faulty supply chain led to them overstocking after they understocked everything. Identify all the problems Target Canada encountered that prevented it from becoming a successful retailer. Target was unable to keep track of their inventory in their distribution centers. Items would come in and they wouldn't know how many items they had, and they didn't know how many items they needed. Checkout systems did not process transactions properly. The systems they were using, a lot of them would freeze, or they would give back the incorrect amount of change. Canada uses the metric system, and America uses the non-metric system. So there was some problems converting our way of measuring into Canada's way, and they had an inaccurate sales forecasting, which at first they had too few products in stock, and then later on they ended up having too many. What were the management, organization, and technology factors that contributed to these problems? Management got a new system for ordering and sorting products rather than customizing the system they had. If they just stuck with the system they had been using, it would have been a lot easier, but instead they had to learn an entirely new system. Item sizes didn't fit. This caused problems when they were shipping items or when they were putting them in stores because they didn't always fit, and item information was entered wrong, like the lengths, heights, widths, prices. How much of Target Canada's problems were technology based? Target systems had trouble converting to the metric system. Checkout systems did not always work, and the auto restock system didn't work. A lot of times when they would run out of a product, it would notify them that they needed more of it, or it just didn't work. So most of the problems that they had were technology based. How responsible was management for Target Canada's problems? Management chose the wrong software used. They chose systems that they were unfamiliar with, and that backfired on them. And management could not fix the problems that they were encountering. What things should Target Canada have done differently to be successful? They should have used software that they were familiar with. This would have made things a lot easier. They could have kept track of their inventory better, knowing how much they had in the distribution center and how much they had in store. Keep systems running smoothly, and they probably should have waited to move into Canada until they were more familiar with all the stuff they were dealing with. So the summary: the supply chain was very important to Target Canada. A faulty supply chain caused most of their problems. Faulty technology made it impossible for things to run smoothly, like checkout systems, and management should have made better decisions. A couple current events. Target adopts same day delivery. This is something that they're using in the United States where you can order something online and you can go pick it up the same day, or it can be delivered straight to your house. And Target is preparing for Black Friday. They're bringing in more employees and preparing them and scheduling them for the peak hours. What they're predicting to be the peak hours of their day. The first question I came up with: has something similar happened to other companies? Yeah, it happened to Best Buy while moving to the United Kingdom, because the people over there they didn't like the big stores. They preferred more of a smaller shop. And McDonald's and Taco Bell. A lot of the people that were in the country that they were moving to didn't like the food the way they had predicted. Question two: could Target succeed in another country? Yes, absolutely. They can take what they learned in Canada and they can use that to do better. If they need to use systems that they understand, they can adopt new systems. They just have to figure out how to use them properly before they use them in another country. They need to accurately predict sales and understand the measurements that are used in the country, which will probably be the metric system, depending on what country they're going to. They could try to move to Canada again, but they might want, if they're wanting to move to another country, they might want to try a country other than Canada. Here are my sources. Thank you.